In this video, we're going to go through a complete step-by-step guide on how to get your real estate license in the state of Nevada and start your real estate career. We're also going to cover some important things like how to pick the right brokerage to give yourself the highest chance of success. And at the end of the video, we're going to go over all the costs associated with getting licensed so you know exactly how much you need to budget. Let's dive right into the video. My name is Chris with the Empire of Real Estate YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about real estate, personal finance, and entrepreneurship. Before we get started, I do want to offer you our free How to Get Licensed and Start Your Real Estate Career Guide. Everything in this video, plus a little bit more, is inside that guide. So to get your copy, click the link in the description below and download it. By the way, if you found this video helpful, smash the like button. It helps the channel grow and we greatly appreciate it. So before I get started with all the steps on how to get your license and start your new career, I want to go over some of the basic requirements that you must meet in order to start this process. The very first one is you must be 18 years old or older, have a high school diploma or a GED, and you must be a US citizen or legal resident. The very first step to getting your license is completing the pre-license education classes. Now, you have to complete 120 hours of state-approved pre-license education classes that are approved by the state of Nevada. Now, I know 120 hours sounds like a ton of time. And you're right, 120 hours is a ton of time, especially if you have a 9-to-5 job or just a super busy schedule that doesn't allow you to step out and spend all these hours inside these classes. Because of this, we highly recommend you check out Colibri Real Estate School. They have classes that you can do online at your own pace. There's an affiliate link down in the description below where you can check out special deals, discounts, and prices. Once you complete your 120 hours of real estate pre-license education classes, you're going to want to take a week or two to just study and really digest the material. This exam has a pretty high failure rate. So to avoid that, I would suggest studying, and I want to give you a couple basic tips that will help you actually pass your exam and give you higher odds of passing the exam. The very first one is to time block an hour a day for at least 1 or 2 weeks to sit down and read through all the material that you learned at real estate school. This can be just sitting down with your textbook or sitting down at your computer and going through the content and really digesting it, learning it, and making sure that you retained as much as possible. The next step is to find a real estate study buddy. Now, if you can, I would suggest finding a real estate study buddy that's going to go through this process with you and somebody that you can maybe sit down with or meet on Zoom and kind of go through all the materials and maybe even quiz each other with things like flashcards. And this can make the process a lot more interactive, a lot more fun, and you're probably going to increase your odds of passing because you're just going to do it more and you're going to be enjoying the process a lot more. The next thing I would recommend is Prep Agent. So if you don't enjoy studying through textbooks, you just find it a little dull, or you can't find a real estate study partner, I would suggest you look at Prep Agent. I use Prep Agent to pass my exam, and what it is basically a real estate study tool that lets you go on. It puts you through test-like simulations that are very similar to the questions that are going to be asked on the actual real estate exam. It will quiz you. It will tell you why you're getting certain questions wrong, why you're getting certain questions right, and this tool was a total game changer when I took my exam. So if you want to check them out, there's an affiliate link down in the description below, and it definitely gave me the confidence I needed to go take my exam and pass. The next step is scheduling your real estate exam. Now in Nevada, you're going to schedule your exam with Pearson VUE. You can go right on their website and you can schedule online, or you can give them a call. I would suggest scheduling a couple days in advance just to make sure they have the time to get you into the testing location on the time and date that works for you. On the day that you go to the testing center, you're going to want to bring a couple of things. The very first thing is a basic non-scientific calculator for the math portion of the exam, and you're going to want to bring 2 basic forms of identification to get into the testing center on test day. A tip that I can give you is don't rush through the exam. You have plenty of time, and most people actually finish this exam early, and rushing through it can actually increase the odds of you failing. Some of the questions are worded in a tricky way, And if you don't read them a couple times before you submit your answer, you might actually get questions wrong that you actually knew the right information to. So make sure you read the questions at least 2 or 3 times before you submit your answer. Once you pass the exam, it's time to take a step back and celebrate. You've gotten pretty far in this process. You passed the exam, which is a challenge in itself, and you want to pat yourself on the back and celebrate a little bit. The next step is doing your background check and getting your fingerprinting done. In Nevada, you're required to do a background check, and they're just basically looking to see if you have anything on your record that might prevent you from getting your real estate license. After that, I would start looking for the perfect sponsoring broker. In Nevada, you're required to hang your license at a sponsoring broker, and this is one of the more simple parts of the process because most brokerages will take you as a new agent, as you're most likely going to be on 100% commission. But this is one of the most important parts of the process because this industry has a very high failure rate. In fact, it's about 87%. So only 13% of the people that you went to real estate school with are going to be successful in this industry. So I want to give you a couple basic tips that I would use if I was looking for a brokerage again. And these questions I wish I knew when I first got started. So the very first one is going to be, do you provide any mentorship? Are you going to get access to a mentor when you go work at this new brokerage? Having a mentor is a total game changer. And I would suggest finding a mentor for the first 3 to 5 deals just to make sure that you have someone that you can call if things go bad. Your first 3 to 5 deals are probably the most challenging deals in real estate, and a lot of things can go wrong, and it can become very, very stressful if you don't have somebody that you can call and somebody that has been there and done this that can kind of step in and help you through the process. So finding a good mentor can be a total game changer. The next question I would ask is, I would ask if they have any training modules or if they have a course in place that will help you go through the day-to-day process of setting up your real estate business and getting it off the ground to where you want it to be. So having a mentor is awesome, but they're likely not going to be able to sit with you every single day and go through all the little things that you need to do to get your business off the ground. The reason for this is because they're probably still practicing real estate on their own and they have their own business that they need to run. So sitting down every day, even if they're the best mentor, probably just won't be possible. So having training modules that you can do on your own or classes that you can take on your own time can be a total game changer when it's paired with the right mentor. One of the biggest challenges that I hear from new agents is they just don't know what to do. They get their license, they go to the office, and they just don't really know where to start. And that's the biggest challenge. So having some kind of a module that's going to walk you through this step by step to get your business launched can be a total game changer. The last question I would ask is, how are you going to help me get business? Every brokerage is different, and there are a ton of ways to build a real estate business. So asking how you're going to get business is a very important question. Some brokerages will tell you that they want you to market to your SOI, which is in short for your sphere of influence. Your sphere of influence would be like friends and family, but if you don't have a huge network, this might not be perfect for you. I do know real estate agents that have built massive businesses just by using this marketing method alone. However, if your network is not huge, you might want to go to a brokerage that's going to do marketing for you or teach you how to market your business to get leads, to prospect, and to work with people that you haven't met yet. This can be another great avenue of building your business. Either way, you want to ask these questions so that you get aligned with a brokerage that's going to help you build your business the way you want to build your business. If you're struggling to find the perfect brokerage and you're interested in partnering with me, we do have something called Team Power Unit. And if you are interested and you want to learn a little bit more, click the link down in the description below and I can jump on a quick Zoom call with you and see if I can help you out. The next step is submitting your application to get licensed. So you're going to take everything that you've done so far, which is your completed real estate pre-license hours, your past exam, and your past background check. You're going to send that in. As soon as you hear back, you're going to take that, you're going to get approved for your license, and then you're going to hang it at your sponsoring broker. You've completed this process and now you're a licensed agent. But before we go, I do want to give you the cost and some basic ideas on how much it's going to cost to go through this entire process, because I do know getting licensed and budgeting to do this is a major factor. So the very first cost is going to be the real estate pre-license education, and I would budget between $300 and $600 to get this done. Next, I would budget for your background check, which I would budget roughly $100 to get this done. Then you're going to have your fee to take the exam, which I would budget an additional $100, and you're going to have your license application fee, which is about $225 in the state of Nevada. Last but not least, I would budget between $200 and $500 for any startup fees with your next brokerage and E&O insurance. So are you going to get licensed this year? If yes, drop it in the comment section below. I would love to hear from you. And if you have any questions about getting licensed, drop that in the comment section below as well. I'll do my best to get back to you. Thanks for tuning in. Again, if you like this kind of content, we come out with content for real estate entrepreneurs on a weekly basis. So hit the like button and subscribe. Thanks again for tuning in and have an awesome day.